Good evening, I'm Sean Duffy.
And I'm Kelly O'Grady, in for Dagan McDowell. Welcome to The Bottom Line.
And welcome you, Kelly, to The Bottom Line. It's great to have you.
It's good to be here, Sean.
It's good to have you here. All right, let's get to it. Was the big guy in on the business dealings? That's what Republican lawmakers want to know from Hunter Biden's former friend and business partner, Devon Archer. He spoke to investigators on Capitol Hill 4 hours today and mum's the word on his way out. Watch.
Did you share that he sold the illusion of access to his father?
You talk about the Biden brand. What does that mean?
Is the president compromised?
Archer revealed that the first son put then Vice President Joe Biden on speakerphone more than 20 times during business meetings. Archer also saying that Burisma added Hunter to the board because of the Biden brand.
Let's bring in Florida Republican Congresswoman and House Oversight Committee member Paulina Luna. Anna, good to see you. So I know you were briefed on the hearing today. Not a lot of information has come up, but what are you hearing about what Devon Archer told investigators today in that hearing?
Well, he told apparently enough to where Republicans that were present, for example, Representative Andy Biggs, left understanding that we will very likely have to launch an impeachment inquiry to get to the bottom. You know, a lot of people said, well, we don't want to play revenge politics. This is not about revenge politics. What we're hearing from what Devon Archer had stated, selling access, selling a brand, you know, there's something that Congress, Senate, and elected representatives are held to, and that's House ethics, right? And so if you just go through that manual, you can look it up online. You could even see that your children are subject to gift rules. You can't accept a gift or a favor because of your official position. And in this instance, we're not just seeing one favor, we're seeing many favors. We're seeing Hunter Biden directly calling his father to, again, like you stated, sell that brand. And when you have millions of dollars that are being laundered in 20 different shell companies to different family members of the Bidens, you know that this is public corruption 101.
And Congresswoman, you know, you mentioned you're seeing a number of different pieces here, gifts, etc. But I do think a lot of our voters, our viewers, they're having fatigue from the Hunter Biden proceedings. They're having fatigue from the indictments of former President Trump. So what do you say to our viewers that are frustrated that nothing concrete has been done yet? What exactly needs to happen next for some accountability here?
Well, I'm on the exact same side, which is exactly why I actually co-sponsored some of those impeachment privilege resolutions, because I do believe that, one, the DOJ is protecting this family. I know from hearing and questioning the IRS whistleblowers that the IRS is protecting Hunter Biden and thus this family as well because of the fact that he has ties to Joe Biden. And I also know that the FBI is protecting him. So the only way that we're going to get to the bottom of this is by taking action. And frankly, I, just like so many Americans, am sick and tired of hearing, oh, well, we'll get to it eventually. I do believe that we have enough evidence to move forward to launch that. And I hope that my Republican colleagues in the Senate stop playing games and understand that this is far bigger than just a tit-for-tat political thing. This is about rooting out corruption in Washington. And if they're going to have a Republican next to their name, that they need to back that up.
So here's what I don't understand. Joe Biden tells the American people, I had nothing to do with Hunter Biden's business dealings, but today we hear, actually, no, that's not true. Over 20 times, Joe Biden, while the vice president, was on the phone with Hunter Biden's business associates or potential clients. We also know from the oversight investigation that Hunter Biden and his business partners set up shell companies in an effort to launder money. I think the next thing we need here is a forensic audit. We need to see where that money went. Did it go to Joe Biden through grandkids or great-grandkids or, you know, his other children? I think that's what's next. But you really need the FBI or the DOJ to do that kind of an investigation. Do you think they will?
I think that, again, they're running interference, which is exactly why we have to do it ourselves and bring in specialists and do that the impeachment inquiry. But I also want to say one information nugget I can share is that we do think, from what we've heard and based on some of the stuff that we have seen, that Joe Biden had certain credit cards that were actually paid off by some of these shell corporations. And so we would like to bring forward and do more inquiry into that. But the fact is that, you know, I read the redacted document that the FBI sent. And when you have someone in Ukraine bragging that it would take decades for people to uncover basically the money laundering scheme for the big guy, you just know that not only is it a slap in the face, but, you know, come on, no one's going to get rich and become a multimillionaire off of making $175,000 a year. Okay, so, like, let's be real.
Well, it would be nice if we could do that. But Congresswoman, while I have you here, I want to get your take on this as well. So a group of liberal senators are urging Attorney General Merrick Garland to sue fossil fuel companies for what they're saying is misleading the public on climate change. I'm struck by the fact that we're hearing all of this research now coming out about solar panels and that they're not as green, right, as originally thought. So what are your thoughts on this push to sue the fossil fuel companies?
Well, I think that those people need to stop using petroleum products altogether. Maybe they should just take a horse and buggy to Washington, because every single one of them flies an airplane. But in all seriousness, when you're looking at who benefits from this new Green Deal, green policy, it's actually those big donors that get a lot of these contracts that turn around and give to the DCCC. And when Americans are saying, oh, yeah, how am I going to afford a $60,000, $70,000 brand new electric vehicle? And you have all these legislators in Washington getting rich on it. I mean, that's exactly the problem. So I think that they can take a hike.
I agree with you. You got to put down your cell phone, your car. Virtually every product, your clothing, every product that we use in modern day life comes from oil and gas. And they love those products. They just want us to stop using them. Anna, Paulina Luna, keep up the good work on the Oversight Committee. And we appreciate you joining us on The Bottom Line. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.